Hey everyone, it's Miss Frankie. I'm going to talk about lesson 7.2, write fractions as sums. In this video, or this lesson I guess I should say, we're going to talk about two new terms in this video. First one is a unit fraction. And a unit fraction is simply a fraction that shows just one piece of that fraction. So a unit is the one that's at the top. So this is a unit fraction for my thirds, 1/3. I could also have 1/12, so it's one piece of the whole puzzle. So the unit again is the 1. Now, how does that relate to what they're going to actually be doing in their math lesson? Well, I've written out here to the side, or I've drawn a picture of 2/3. Whoa, let me not erase that. 2/3 out of 3. So the fraction that's shown here is 2/3. Now what the kids are going to be asked to do is to write this as a sum of unit fractions. Well, I made sure I wrote down here the 1/3 because I wanted them to make sure they saw, make sure that's 1 there, that each one of these pieces is 1/3. Well, 2/3 is the same as saying 1/3 piece plus 1/3 piece. So when I write a fraction based on the sums of unit fractions, it looks like this. 2/3 equals 1/3 plus 1/3. Same as if I were to say what is 5/6 as a sum of unit fractions. Well, let me draw a picture. As you can see in my picture, I have 5/6 shaded in. Well, this is the sum of 1/6, there's 1, plus 1/6, right there, plus 1/6, plus 1/6, plus 1/6. Something to notice is that each one of these top numerators, when I add them up, they equal 5. So 1/6 plus 1/6 plus 1/6 plus 1/6 plus 1/6 is the same as 5/6. Okay, so if I was to use the fraction 7/8, if I want to write that as a unit fraction, again, that's going to be where I take my units of my denominator, 1/8, and I add it however many times is at the top. So 1/8, 7 different times. And make sure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whoop, I'm going to run out of room. Plus 1/8. Make sure that you know that the denominator is still the same as the one in the original problem, and that the tops all add up to this guy. So, let me clear all that off for you. Another thing that we talked about is not necessarily using a unit fraction. So if I go to, let's say 4/6, sometimes they're going to ask them just to write it as a sum. I think in their homework it just tells them to do it 3 different ways. So I'm going to ask myself, how can I get 4? Well, I know that 2 plus 2 is 4. And then I just use my denominator from the original problem. So 4/6. So 2/6 plus 2/6 is 4/6. I could also say 1/6 plus 3/6 is 4/6. I could also say that 4/6 equals 2/6 plus 1/6 plus 1/6. I'm still using some unit fractions, but not all unit fractions. So when they ask them to use just to find 3 ways, I don't want them to use all unit fractions. So I'm not asking them to write 1/6 4 times. I'm asking them to write different ways to get 4/6 without using unit fractions. I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you want to look back in the book, we did a lot of examples from the book today, so that might help them out. All right, thanks a lot. Bye.